to open the webcam so that we can pay respect to Monk Daniel together. So let's putting our palms together and let us bow. First bow, second bow, and third bow. I'd like to invite Monk Daniel to begin the sessions today.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone around the world on Mind Stories today. Welcome back to another Meditation Monday. Hopefully your May is going peacefully as we go into the second week of May. It's a good time to check yourself. Are you still positive? Are you still happy? Do you still have that inner smile within yourself? Are you still doing the homework to first find your inner smile and then also spread it first to yourself and then also to everyone around you and everything around you? So right now, it's always a good opportunity as we start the new week for us to observe ourselves. How are we feeling? If everyone's happy and peaceful, that's great. If we need a little bit more calm, a little bit more peacefulness, a little bit more happiness, you have come to the right place, so we can help each other to charge our happiness, charge our peacefulness, and we can connect to that point of happiness within us together. Today, I have a deep and profound quote from the Buddha, and I think it's interesting why he mentioned this, and it's something I want to remind everyone, even though we may have heard it often as we've come to Mind Stories, especially for everyone who's been coming for every Monday, every Thursday. But please don't get bored of the foundation of meditation, because if we get used to the foundation and we come here to get motivated to meditate, we're going to improve step by step. The foundation is the most important. And once you have that foundation, the rest of meditation is easy. But as the Lord Buddha, or the Buddha, he mentioned before that whatever precious jewel there is in the heavenly worlds, there is nothing compared to one who is awakened. Or another way to put it is, there is nothing comparable to one who is awakened. So no matter the most expensive jewel, the most valuable item that we think, the Buddha would say that it's not as valuable as a mind that is awakened, or someone who has got to that state of mind. So every day that we come to Mind Stories, we are accessing that hidden treasure, that hidden jewel within you that we all have. We're born with it, and we can access it, and we can become an awakened person bit by bit, slowly, by calming your mind and allowing your mind to slowly let go of any negativity. And when it becomes still, we're going to realize that the stillness of our mind becomes our miracle that we need. A lot of times in life, we're always looking for miracle from outside of us, especially in excuse me, in every part of the world, whatever religion or whatever belief we have, or even just in everyday life, we expect something or someone to help us when we are in trouble. But actually, we don't need to look for a miracle outside of us. We don't have to wait for a miracle outside of us. Remember the words from Luang Por: when your mind is clear and at ease, everything in your life can be achieved easily. It's a simple, but it's profound. We need to practice it, because inside of you, you all have a miracle. You just need to look inside. Stop looking outside. Stop waiting for it to come from somewhere or someone. You can become the miracle that you need for yourself and also for others. And we have this ability, we have this precious jewel, as the Buddha would say, inside of us. It's something we can access. So I would like to remind us every Monday that you have this miracle inside of you. So for most of us, some people ask, Sometimes I'm bored to meditate or I don't have the motivation to meditate. If you have a miracle within you or you have this superpower within you, you're going to realize that as we say, time is priceless. The time we spend is priceless. So once we use our time, once that time passes by, we can't get it back. But for all of us coming here on this Monday to meditate, and for anyone who is their first time, or for those of us who it's our reoccurring time, we're using our time wisely, because every moment that we practice our mind to be calm and peaceful is a moment that we can get to that state of awakeness that the Buddha talked about. And we can access that hidden miracle within us, that happiness within us. So you can say that you're investing your time correctly, even though it's so priceless and so precious. But when you invest your time into training your mind, it is the most important activity we should do in the day, actually. Before we do anything else, is look after our mind and cultivate our mind, and everything else will also fall into balance. So remember that our time here is short, very short. The Buddha compared it to a dew on grass, or the morning dew in the morning. And the morning dew is that the moment the sun rises, that dew will evaporate. So our life is just as, it's very beautiful, like, the picture, very precious, very clear, but it's very short. So what we use our time and what we invest our time in is important. So I wanted to remind us also that we know that time is precious. We know it's priceless. So we have to use our time wisely, and we need to allow ourselves, or in the words of Lampal, is keep your mind in a state, or allow your mind to be filled with only happiness. Don't let any negativity be in your mind too long, or don't let that darkness in your mind linger too long. Because as you can see here, that negativity doesn't just walk into your life. Either you create it, you invite it, or you associate with it. So this is very important to remember. Our time is priceless, so why should we keep our mind in a negative state? Whether it's something that we create from within us, or we encounter outside of us, or most importantly, we associate with it. So we have the ability to adapt and change to our situation, whether it's coming from inside or outside. And I like the example of the ship, because if you think about the ship, what's important about the ship? What's amazing about the ship? A ship is surrounded by water, but it doesn't sink. Why is that? Because the hull of the ship has no hole. So as long as the ship doesn't let the water in through its hull, it has a strong hull, it can stay afloat, even though it's surrounded by water. So the same thing with our life is, you may be surrounded by negativity or obstacles or a situation we may not like, but if we have a strong mind, it's like a strong hull. We don't allow the negativity into our mind. We don't allow it to influence us as much as someone with a weak hull, or have holes in their hull like the ship. So the reason why the ship can stay afloat is because it doesn't allow the water in. So we need to practice meditation daily so our mind can be strong, and no matter what obstacles we encounter, maybe we're surrounded by bad people, or we're surrounded by obstacles. But when our mind is powerful, when our mind is calm, there's no weakness that our mind is going to allow that darkness or negativity in. So that's why it's very important to come every Monday, every Thursday, at least twice a week. And for anyone who's meditating, ideally you should meditate every day so that you can keep your mind strong. Otherwise, the opposite is true, right? If you have a weak hole like a paper ship, if you put this paper, it looks nice, but if you put it in the water, it's probably not going to last very long. It's going to sink because the hull is weak. It's not a strong material. We need to make sure that our mind is strong and can withstand the negativity and the obstacles that we will encounter for sure in life. Because as you may have heard before, is that there is 8 winds of life, meaning that these 8 things come and go. So whether it's pleasure and pain, gain and loss, praise and blame, fame and shame, these 8 things, they come and go just like the wind. Whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, they come and go. So this is something that we learn from the Buddha, is that these 8 things are something that we need to understand, that it comes and goes. And then if we understand that we will understand this quote more easily. So these 8 winds of life, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, praise and blame, fame and shame, they come and go. So as we navigate our life like a ship, we have a strong hull where we don't allow the water in, we don't let the negativity in, we don't let the obstacles take us over or sink us. We also have these winds, whether they're good or negative, that come and go. We need to adjust the sails, not the wind. We can't control when the wind comes, when it's the fame comes, or the negativity comes, or the praise, the blame, whatever it may be, the pleasure or the pain. It comes and goes, and it doesn't last. So we need to learn to adjust our body and our mind accordingly. And I know that's hard to do if we don't train our mind. So everyone coming here to meditate and cultivate your mind, it's going to be easier to adjust to those situations. And as it says here, we adjust the sails, not the wind. Meaning we adjust what we can control. We can't control when the wind comes, but we can control how we react. And just like a sailor, they need to find their North Star. They need to find that guiding point, that guiding light in their life to get them back on course. That is the same thing in our life right now, is that when we get into a dark situation, we need to navigate that darkness with the right source of light. We need to find our North Star. As a sailor, they look for the North Star to find north so they can navigate correctly. But for us, we don't have to look for the star in the sky. We can just close our eyes and go back to what I talked about in the beginning, is look for that inner miracle. Look for that inner light within you. In the silence, you will find a solution. As Lumpal would say, that when you silence your mind, the wisdom will arise. So you can find that inner light within you. You can become the light that you need in your life. You don't need to search for it. You don't need to find it from outside. You can become it. And it's not just a metaphor. When you still and calm your mind, there's very profound experiences that we can experience. First, we may just feel calm and peaceful. But if we keep going, we'll be able to access something beautiful that's always been inside of us. So once we have that source of light within us, you're going to navigate any situation easier. And most importantly, you may have heard this phrase before, especially with, if you ever heard of peace revolution, right? Peace in and peace out, right? Outside was inside. How does this apply? When we have peace within us, it's going to come out of us automatically. So when I talk about why do we need to meditate the first thing make it one of our first things we focus on, is because a lot of us are very loving, right? We love everyone. We love everyone, but we're responsible too. We want to work well. We want our job to be good. You need to take care of your mind. It's not only taking care of yourself, but it's taking care of everyone around you. And most importantly, that when your mind is at peace, everything you do is going to come out peacefully and happily. It's going to shine out through your words, through your actions automatically. And most importantly, as we learned about in the past 2-3 years, as we have the different situations in the world that we all know, it's not always safe to go outside, or sometimes we aren't able to go outside. And when we're trapped inside, can we still have happiness, right? I think a lot of us may have noticed that in our day, or even in our life, I want you to remember that we spend most of our time with ourselves, right? So if we don't make our mind a happy place to be, or we don't want to be by ourselves, it's going to be difficult life because we spend most of our time with ourselves in the day. Think about it throughout your whole life. There's no one else in your life that is going to be with you more than yourself. So we need to make sure that inside of us, in our mind, is a happy place to be, a happy home. Not just a house, but a home where your mind wants to be and where you feel peaceful, where you feel like you want to be there. When you close your eyes, you're happy with what you see. You want to be within yourself. So just a reminder. So now we can meditate together, so we can go back, allow our mind to go back home and rest within yourself. Right now it may be traveling and wandering around thinking about this or that. It's time for your mind to come home and take a rest. And just like always, before we meditate, just to remind yourself that take it easy, take it slow, and feel the balance. Feel the balance between conscious, but with comfort. Just like the picture, if you're going to balance something, you can't rush. You can't force it. You need to be easy and calm to balance your mind and your body as well. So please, before we meditate together, no need to rush. Take your time and let's meditate together and find our inner miracle. Find that source of light within you. So for those of us who have any obstacles or want to solve anything, okay, we can overcome that together once you calm your mind. So let's take that time right now together to adjust your body like always. For anyone who needs to go to the bathroom or needs to take a drink of water or stretch just for a moment, please feel free. So like always, let's treat every meditation like it's our first time, or especially if it's your first time. There's no need to rush. Take your time. Take it easy. Be gentle. Allow yourself the time to find a comfortable position. Whether you're sitting on the floor, in a chair, wherever it may be. Find a position that works for you. Don't worry about having the perfect or the picture perfect position. Right now, it's time for you to relax, to be comfortable. And once you found that position that works for you, you can slowly and gently close your eyes, naturally, as if you're about to go to sleep. Because it's time for us to rest our body and truly rest our mind. And that begins the moment we relax our body. The moment we relax and close our eyes, our mind is becoming more calm. But first, let's continue to relax our body, releasing and relaxing every muscle, every single part, by simply breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly. Allowing you to feel the relaxation enter and spread to every corner, every muscle, filling us with relaxation and calm, melting away any tension, any tightness. Allowing yourself to be filled with only relaxation. Once our body is relaxed, you may feel that relaxation is gradually helping our body to become lighter, almost as if it's melting away. As we have a cloud of relaxation within us and surrounding us. The more we relax, the more our body will fade away, leaving only our mind. So let's continue with our mind, helping our mind to calm down, so we can find that inner miracle, find our source of brightness that comes from a still and calm mind. We can do this simply and easily. It's not something that is hard. Anyone, anywhere can do it. As long as we can feel that balance, where we feel conscious, but we also have comfort. So in order to do that, we need to let go and put everything aside. Change the channel. Adjust our mind to gently and calmingly focus on something that helps us to stay relaxed. Whether it's to visualize any object that we feel familiar with. Again, the key is it's easy to do. It's relaxing and calming. Imagining the image of our choice, however we like, wherever we like. Or some of us may enjoy to just repeat the mantra, repeating softly and gently, like a lullaby, like a calming song, echoing from within. Slowly calling our mind, soothing our mind, repeating softly and gently, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Samma meaning purity, Arahang meaning freedom. So our mind is becoming more free, more pure. Every time we maintain that feeling, that balance, where we feel conscious and calm, mindful and relaxed, aware and comfortable. It doesn't matter what technique we use. As long as that technique, that method, helps us to feel that balance. Because every second, every moment that our mind is in balance, where we feel conscious with comfort, our mind is becoming more clear, more bright, more still, more stable. because it creates a foundation of relaxation of both body and mind. And this foundation, the stronger we create it, the more it can support and receive the inner happiness, the inner peace within us. That inner happiness, that inner calm, it will build bit by bit, automatically, on this foundation of relaxation. All we need to do is to relax. Relax our body, calm our mind, starting from a point or a method that is easy. As long as it becomes more relaxing, that means we are on the right path, that we're meditating correctly. Just follow the feeling of relaxation. If we are aware, if we are conscious, if we are in balance, we'll be able to follow, be able to feel that relaxation growing, expanding, and taking us deeper, taking us to the point of relaxation, the point of peace within us. We all have a point of peace, a place of peace at the center of our body. We can go to that center, to that source, automatically, as long as we calm our mind, our mind will slowly, or at its own pace, go to that source. All we need to do now, or the only shortcut that we can take, is to let go, to relax. Release your body, Let go of any thoughts. Allow your mind to become still and stop. Once our mind stops, we will be at that point, at that place, and we will be surrounded with a happiness that we can feel, that we can see and experience. Our inner miracle, our source of light. So for now, let's continue to calm our mind, relax your body. As long as we feel in balance, we can just stay content, stay patient, allow that seed of relaxation to grow, and before you know it, the happiness within us will blossom automatically. So let's enjoy the meditation together in silence. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Remember, meditation is about being in balance, being mindful, being relaxed together. Only when our mind and our body are relaxed will our mind be able to become still and access that inner happiness, that source of positivity, our inner source of light. So please check, observe yourself gently and softly. Are we still in balance? No matter what we see, what we experience, we need to check. How do we feel? As long as that relaxation, that foundation of a relaxed body and calm mind is still there, we can continue and be confident that we're practicing correctly. As we allow the experience whatever we see, whatever we feel, allow it to pass through us as we continue our mind will become clear and bright, positive, powerful, and pure. But at any moment where we feel that we are off balance, we find our mind wandering, drifting, or we feel uncomfortable mentally or physically, it's okay to readjust, to restart, to reset. We won't start from zero. It just means we adjust softly and gently and come back on course and continue your journey where you feel relaxed, where you feel conscious, calm, comfortable. As long as we have that feeling, we have everything we need. So let us continue softly and gently, patiently and contently, as we gather the moments of calm, the moments of peace. As the moments gather, it's like we're collecting small stars, small points of brightness. Before you know it, all the darkness in our mind will be replaced with clarity, with purity, Now that we have collected moments of calm, moments of peace, every mindful moment where we feel comfortable and relaxed is a precious moment, a powerful moment. Like a small star that we collect, a source of brightness that can only be created from a still and calm mind. As we collect those moments, we fill our mind with positivity. And now that we have filled our mind, allow it to shine, allow it to spread. Now we are full. We can share. Like a glass that is full, we can now pour. Allow that happiness, allow your love and compassion and understanding to pour out of us, to shine out of us. As we think, as we spread our love and kindness, starting from ourselves, by simply smiling to yourself from within, and continuing to spread that smile to your family, your loved ones, your friends, smiling to everything and everyone. Even though we start just from a thought, as we shine out from our thoughts, it will continue to shine out into our words, into our actions. But first, let's wishing for yourself and for everyone to be healthy, to be happy, to be free from any suffering, whether it's physical or mental. And may everyone have that opportunity to find their own miracle within, be able to meditate, to still their mind, to stop the negativity and start the peace within. please don't underestimate yourself. Because when we are bright, the world is also bright. Sabbe Buddha Palapata Bajje Kanang Jayang Palang Arahanta Nate Shirakang Pantami Sabaso Sabaputta Nupavena Sabathamma Nupavena Sabasangha Nupavena Sada Soti Bhavantu Te. Now that our mind is calm and peaceful, we can slowly and gently open our eyes while still maintaining our feeling of peacefulness and happiness within us, even as we open our eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully everyone feels a little bit more calm, more happy, a little bit more peaceful.
Yes.
So please, as we wait for everyone to come back, some of us may continue if you want. And for those of us who are back, can we take a short moment to turn on your camera and spread your inner peace smile for a moment with everyone. So please, Jessie, if you could invite everyone.
Hello, everyone. I hope you have a good sessions today. And we'd like to invite one of you to open the camera. We are going to have a group photo together. And always smile. Okay, thank you, everyone. So if you have any questions that you like to ask Monk Daniel, you may send it to the chat box now, or you like to share your meditation experience with all of us, you are welcome to do so.
Yes, and please, other than pressing the number 125, please, if you could, you can also share your experience or write it out. Maybe someone had an experience similar to yours, and we can encourage each other, and also just to check if we're on the right path or meditating correctly or not. You can also share, and sometimes we can get a tip from someone else as we all see the way you meditated as well, and also the result. Some people may be a little bit shy and they don't know if they are meditating correctly, but if we can share, that'd be great. So I see a lot of 5s and 4s and some 3s, but it's great. As long as you feel better than a 1, it's a good start. Even if you got a 1, it's not a bad meditation, because at least every session is a good session that we learn more about cultivating our mind. We learn more about what we maybe have to adapt to. So it's always a good meditation. It's always a good experience if we take it as learning how to meditate. My master nun, Kunyai, she would always say that meditation is successful every time. It's like you every time you if you hit the ground, you never miss, right? It's very easy to hit. So meditation is the same. As long as you relax your body, close your eyes, you're improving bit by bit. So for anyone who have any questions, you can please send. From Jesse, our lovely moderator. Very calm meditation session today, but I feel the mind sometime floating. Okay, it's okay if you feel floating. Sometimes you may be floating into different thoughts or floating into sleep or drifting into sleep. It's okay as well. But as long as you are aware that you're floating, like in this case, you can mention that you're floating. So that means you have some mindfulness and more awareness, which is okay. And then as long as you notice that you're floating, please try to adapt and react at that moment. That if you feel that it's a good floating and you still feel relaxed and you still feel conscious, that's good, keep going. But if it's like a floating where you're off focus and you don't know what's happening, if you feel that way, please just open your eyes. It's the best way just to wake up, just to readjust yourself. That's also an easy and simple technique. And sometimes we are afraid to do that because, myself included in the past, that I don't want to, if I open my eyes, I feel like I'm failing in meditation, but it's the opposite. It's just adjusting to get back in balance, and you never really fail in meditation unless you stop trying. So just keep going and going. It's not a failure, it's just adjusting and coming back on track. From Madel, you have a 5. Wow. There was a soothing, tingling sensation at the center of the body, and I did some deep breathing, and then I felt peaceful and happy. Very good. If you can feel, there's many sensations you can feel in meditation, and as long as that sensation for yourself, you feel like it's positive, meaning that you're not feeling in pain, you're not feeling like it's suffering or hurting yourself. You may feel warm, you may feel cold, you may feel numb, you may feel tingling, you may feel like, there's so many different examples that you may feel. But as long as you feel like that experience continues to make you feel calm and relaxing, then it's okay. And that tingling, whether it continues or not, as long as it feels, like you said, it makes you feel peaceful and happy eventually, then it's okay. Just keep going. And sometimes it may happen at the center, maybe not. It's not, the key is the result that you have, how you feel. So for Madel, you feel peaceful and happy, okay. That's your foundation that we'll build upon. The experience will get deeper and deeper, or taller and taller as we build, as long as you have that foundation. From Vanessa, I think I had too many coffee today. Last free shot probably didn't help at all. Hello, Monk Daniel and everyone. I had some neck pain. I feel like it's hard to stay upright without slouching. I feel like meditation rewired me slightly from the wrong angle. I was leaning in this morning. Too many aggression in the morning, which I found hard not to react to. Staying neutral at least, not creating more negative loop. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And there's a couple of things here that I like about your comment a lot. Is that, okay, you know that coffee is a double-edged sword, myself included. Sometimes, even coming for mind stories tonight, sometimes I feel like a little bit tired, so I would drink coffee. But then that's also negative for me going to sleep. So I have to find that right balance for me as well. And also in meditation, I usually try to not drink too much coffee. Only it depends on what I ate or what happened during the day. We need to be aware of your body. So like if you ate a lot, okay, maybe before you come to meditate, you may need a little bit of coffee to kind of balance it out. Or just some days we may feel a bit tired. So it's good that you're learning for yourself, like how much is too much, how much is just right. So everything in moderation is the key. So it's good that you're learning, okay, today too much. So next time, no problem. Next time, just take a little, instead of 4 shots, 3 shots, maybe 1 shot or something like that. And if you have neck pain and it's hard to stay upright without slouching, that's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about having that perfect peace position for the photo or there's no one gonna watch you like in Zoom right now, right? Everyone closing their eyes and doing their own thing anyway. So don't worry about having that perfect position. Sometimes you want to slouch, sometimes you want to sit in a certain way, it's fine, as long as you feel relaxed for you. Every position can change. Sometimes I like to sit on the floor. Sometimes maybe something happened, like I exercised too hard or something by mistake, and then, okay, I stretched wrong or something like that. Sometimes I can't sit on the floor and I have to sit in a chair. Or sometimes I may feel a lot of pain from something and I can't sit, so I get up and I can still meditate. So don't fix yourself in the position right away. Use whatever works for you at that session. And also, yes, the more we meditate, the more easy it'll be to rewire yourself and to adjust to the negative or the aggression or anything, like I mentioned earlier in the beginning, that when we meditate more, we can navigate the darkness in our life or the aggression or the negativity that we encounter in our daily life. If we meditate more, it's like we have our own source of happiness within us and brightness and clarity. The key thing is clarity of mind from within. So it's easier to navigate the problems we have and react in a more calm and positive way. Instead of escalating the problem, we de-escalate, or we get out of, as you said, the negative loop easier. So it's very important. And you're going to notice that the more often you meditate, that rewiring happens automatically. It's if you think about it, it's strange, but actually it's very profound. And that's why the Buddha mentioned that in the beginning, that the mind that is awakened is the most valuable thing in this world, more valuable than any jewel, any treasure, anything, because when we meditate, our mind slowly becomes more awake, more clear, more pure from within. And this is something that everyone here can access. And it's a superpower. It's something that we all have. I know we see all these shows and movies about superheroes and they think it's like something that is so impossible, or it's not us. We're just some normal person. But actually, if your mind is a very powerful tool, and we only know so little about it. And hopefully, if you meditate and keep meditating, you're going to realize it for yourself that you have this inner miracle within you, this power within you, and it's your mind. It's your mind. So please continue to come and meditate. And I see the last comment. By the way, I'm in Thailand from July 7th to 13th. I was hoping to spend time with monks. Would you have a place teaching to recommend, please? Oh, okay. I think you can contact the Mind Stories staff, whether it's Jesse or anyone in the Mind Stories staff. I think they can give you some more information. For me, I don't know specifically any exact programs right away, so hopefully the staff can help you out. I'm sure there's a lot of programs, especially in my temple. Thank you so much for your comment, Vanessa, and please keep coming and meditating and rewiring your mind. From 10, meditated for 57 minutes. Wow, exactly 57. Started from sharing love and kindness to self several times. Got up to take care of some physical body. Exactly, very good. When needed, relaxed my body and mind. Came back to the cushion and restarted my meditation. See, I like how you aren't afraid to like take your time and adjust. This is something great that everyone here can practice. Even though like I started guiding meditation or we all started closing our eyes, don't feel like you need to close your eyes at the same time, or don't even need to follow what I'm saying. If you want, do your own thing, and if you're not ready, adjust yourself first and you can join in whenever you want. You can just treat me as background noise. Don't worry, I am not offended if you're doing something else. Go what works for you. So yes, exactly. After you came back to your cushion and restarted your meditation, you were viewing the crystal ball on the screen and brought it to the third base with the mantra recitation. It turned crystal and weightless. I walked in the sixth base and let it sit there. The mind felt easy there. The mind was ready, and then I moved it to the seventh base. Okay. Recollect the merits and offered it to the Buddha. And for Vesak Day, expanded the merit from outwards to all living beings and all particles in the universe. The mind kept expanding and felt happier to share more and beyond. Okay, very profound experience and deep things happening here. So I would like to say, in general, like I mentioned, I like that you adjust yourself and you know what works for you. And also for this image. Yeah, there's a reason why I chose it. So that whenever you open your eyes and you need something to imagine, something to focus on, you can look at this. And if, let's say, you feel sleepy or you feel your mind is wandering, you can open your eyes and look at this image just to make your mind focus on something else. And you can use it as a mental image if you like. It's up to you, if it's easy for you. Some people are different. Everyone's different, not some people. So use what works for you. And yeah, you can bring it to any base of the body. I don't know if everyone is aware, there's 7 bases of the body, but the only one I'll focus on now is the 7th, is at the center of your body, which is, for now, just the general area in your abdomen. Don't have to worry too much exactly about the point, because in practice, and as long as you feel relaxed, as long as you feel calm, you can go to that point automatically. And as you talked about sharing love and kindness, this is also very important, and sometimes it's overlooked, because some people may feel like just sharing love and kindness or thinking about love and kindness, how can it actually like do anything? And it's a correct, even myself, I used to think that way as well. But if you think of it this way, is that when you think about spreading love and kindness or about sharing, it's a feeling that we create, yes. And as our mind becomes more still, as our mind becomes more open, and as we meditate more often, we create this understanding from within us. And as our mind opens, our heart opens, and it's easier to forgive, easier to love and care about, because once we understand ourselves more, we understand other people and other beings more. As we learn about ourselves, we understand people, like, you know how you get angry, how you get greedy, how you get delusion, you also realize that the people around you also feel the same way. So it's easier to sympathize. It's easier to understand them. It's easier to forgive them. And also, when we think about spreading love and kindness, like I mentioned often in the meditation, is that what you think, you become. What you think, next time, if you put your mind in a way that, okay, I love that person, you're more likely after you meditate to speak and act in a way that's loving, right? But if you think like, oh, I hate that person, of course, next time you see them, next time you talk to them, you're going to act and speak in a negative way with them. So that's why it's good to practice love and kindness and develop it from meditation in the beginning first. And it will slowly become our thoughts, our actions, and our habit. So please give it a try, and you see how it changes your mind, and also how it changes how you act towards people and beings in general. Thank you for sharing, Tan. And for Alex, oh, we have a question. Sorry, it took so long to get to it. I have one question. Yesterday, while I was studying, I had many sensual thoughts that made it hard to focus. It's really annoying. I just want to stay pure, but sometimes it pops up and is hard to deal with. How can I overcome sensual desire? Should I meditate by contemplating on the dead body? First of all, don't be frustrated with yourself. I mean, it's completely natural as we can have sensual desire and we can have these thoughts pop up. It doesn't mean that your mind isn't pure. It doesn't mean that you aren't training yourself enough. It's just, as I mentioned last week, inside of us we have these seeds planted in us, and they're also growing. And sometimes we have sensual desire, and if that's impacting your meditation or that thought pops up, yeah, you can do exactly what you mentioned. That's actually one of the techniques that the Buddha mentioned, is that for anyone's having can't let go of those kinds of thoughts, and it's not beneficial to have those thoughts when we're meditating, because we want to calm and we want to let go. So the way to be calm and let go is to reflect, as you said, on the impermanence of the body, the impermanence of, as you said, if you reflect on age and how, okay, I desire that person, but if you reflect on it that eventually they're going to get older, and do you actually desire them for who they are? Do you desire them physically, or just you're attracted to them? Or it's easier to let go if you do exactly what you said. Reflect on aging and on death, and you can slowly let go. Also use the mantra, or sometimes I visualize my meditation master, like Luang Pu or Luang Po or Kun Yai. When I think of them, it makes me let go of any thoughts automatically. So you can also do that. So don't worry, Alex. From Tan, why did I see Luang Po once in meditation? He popped up. In your case, because you are familiar with him, you know who he is. It's just an image that we're familiar with. We're connected with him, so it's possible to pop up. As long as we feel happy and refined from it, that's okay. All right, even if you see Luang Pu, you see Luang Po, there are all these images that we have seen before, and our mind records and keeps everything. So anything can pop up, whether it's good or bad. But in this case, at least it's a good thing, or a thing that you feel for yourself is good, then okay. It's a pure image for you. Some other people may not see it or haven't experienced it. That's okay as well. It's a good positive experience for you. So I think we are about out of questions or any comments. So thank you everyone for joining. And before we go, just remind yourself to, even though this is the end of Mind Stories tonight or today or whatever time you're watching, please continue to meditate, even though it's throughout the week and throughout the day, as often as you can, so you can maintain your source of happiness and positivity from within, and everything else that we care about, everything we love, everything that we have passion for will also improve, because your mind is the element of success. Your mind is your miracle that you can control and that you can develop to create more miracles. So please keep coming, and see you next Thursday, or this Thursday, and also next Monday, and continuing onwards. Thank you everyone for joining, and hopefully you have a wonderful rest of the month, the rest of the week, and please stay bright.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for very good sessions today and a very good advice for us. We appreciate very much, and thank you every one of you for joining us together. So let us pay respect to Monk Daniel by bow 3 times together. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
By the positivity within you that you created by yourself, by stilling and calming your mind, and by all the positive deeds, all the times that you have meditated in the past, may all that positivity generated within you help your life to be more positive in every way. May any suffering, may any obstacles, may any darkness in your life be replaced with the brightness of your mind, the clarity of your mind. May you be able to find the solution and find the answer. May you be able to navigate any obstacle, any darkness in your life, be able to find that source of brightness within you easily and every time when you meditate. Sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for a blessing. And we'd like to see every one of you on coming Thursday, and also on coming Sunday is a Vesak day. So my storage room will be open, and Monk John will lead us on this auspicious day. So I will share the poster to you later when I get it. And have a good day, every one of you. Good night to all our friends in Asia. Bye-bye.